Chapter 26, Part 2. The 5 slender and fair fingers held the grinding wheel, and the arm muscles were slightly tense, revealing smooth lines, full of beauty. He was rubbing stones along the turquoise pine flowers of the first piece of wool. His movements were neat, smooth, and natural. It was a pleasure to watch him dissolve the stones. Everyone's eyes were attracted to him, and no one paid any attention to Jiangke's performance. With his polishing, the wool revealed a white matte wide surface. The white fog means that the jadeite has less impurities and a clean foundation. If there is green under the white fog, it will normally be a jadeite with good water and bright colors. The grinding wheel continued to rotate, rubbing stones along the matte surface, and quickly wiped out a window the size of a baby's fist. Sprinkling water on it, the exposed cut surface is as clear as ice, and it seems to have a touch of blue, and the water is full. It's green. This seems to be an ice seed. It's soaring. Everyone was excited, and many people complained that they did not bet number 1. Who knew the luck of this first-level stone gambler would be so good? Bai Jing was really bored just now. He had observed these wool materials many times while waiting for the bet, so he discussed with Master Xiesher and chose the first piece of wool material to solve, which was also the one he chose to bet on. Now he is very proficient in the operation of the automatic stone cutting machine. He does not need to use the infrared system to identify the line, but directly holds the handle of the laser knife in his hand, which can make it feel more comfortable. The grinding wheel was put aside, and the slender fingers firmly grasped the black handle. The extreme color impact made the fingertips white as jade, so white that it seemed to glow. The people in the audience held their breath involuntarily, watching the youth's movements intently. Not only is it rising because it is cut, but also because the movements of young people have an extreme beauty that makes them unable to look away. Bai Jing pressed the button of the laser knife, and the blue light beam came out, exuding a faint light, like a sharp blade. The hand holding the sword didn't stop at all, and without hesitation, it cut along 2 centimeters near the leather shell. I saw a flash of blue light, and the wool was neatly divided into 2 halves, revealing the faceted jade. Cut up. As soon as it rises, it cuts up. It's amazing. Bai Jing quickly cut a few more knives, but in a few minutes, the outline of the jadeite was completely solved. Next, just remove the surrounding gravel with a grinding wheel. Everyone was fascinated by it, and it was only at this time that they returned to their senses. It's over. The wool material numbered 1 actually solved the jadeite. This means, damn it, I lost again this time. This young man turned out to be a first-level stone gambler. Is he a liar? Forget it. I admit it. Jiangke also suddenly came back to his senses. What the hell is he doing? Are you staring at your opponent's solution? However, judging from the reaction at the scene, no one paid attention to him at all, and everyone's eyes were on the young man named Gu Yun. Jiangke bit his lower lip. How could he let others steal his limelight? Absolutely not. Hey, it hurts. He suddenly shouted loudly, and everyone followed the sound and found that his fingers were worn by the grinding wheel. Originally, Jiangke abused a fan in order to gain pity, but he didn't expect it to backfire. Against the background of Bai Jing's neat and tidy actions, his actions were like exposing his incompetence, and even his fans were speechless. Kabao was too careless, right? One thing to say, I was worn out by the instrument in the solution stone. As a stone gambler, I am really a bit unprofessional. I hope Kabao will not make such a mistake next time, alas. More people glanced at him mockingly, then looked away immediately. On the other hand, the jade of Gu Yun is about to be solved. Oh my god, it's a rare blue water jadeite. Ice seeds, absolutely soaring. I bet right. 9.3 odds. Ha ha ha. I'm going to send it. The jade released by Bai Jing was a circle larger than an adult's fist, with high transparency, clear as ice, and light blue throughout. Like sparkling sea water, and like a clear blue crystal, the jade is delicate, clean, and clear, without a trace of impurities, as clear and elegant as the heart of the ocean, with a faint noble luxury, worthy of ice. The rare blue water jadeite is so beautiful. Everyone was fascinated by this blue water jadeite and couldn't look away for a long time. It is definitely a beautiful enjoyment to be able to see a piece of jade with such a beautiful texture and color come out of the sky. At the same time, other calcite masters also began to calcite. Jiangke's hand was injured, and Gu's staff hurried to the stage to help him treat the wound with a therapeutic apparatus. This small wound was quickly healed under the high-tech treatment technology. However, because the operation just now had the opposite effect, he didn't dare to insist on his own calcification any longer, so he left it all to the calcification master. Number 7 wool still has many people's attention. In such a large piece of wool, as long as a part of jade can be solved in it, it is a proper bet. Many people have bet on this piece of wool, especially those who have already bet on number 1, and pay more attention to whether there is jade in number 7. The odds of number 1 wool are 9.3, and the odds of number 7 are 5.5. If both bets, this is 15 times the odds. The calcite master quickly rubbed the stone along the part of the python belt and the pine flower, and it took 5 or 6 minutes to see the green color. Number 7 has gone up. Look at the head. It is very likely to rise sharply. Jiangke's fans were also relieved that their idols were finally not ashamed. Originally, it was enough that he couldn't match Gu Yun's appearance, but he couldn't compare to the calcite technology, and it was ugly. If they even lost the stone betting battle, their fans' faces would be really ugly. The calcite master looked back and forth at the direction of the pine flowers and python belts of the wool skin, and cut a knife along the bottom third. Jiangke's eyes are excited. If this knife is green, it will be a big rise. Oh, it's white cotton. It's broken. People sighed when they saw the cut faces on the big screen. White cotton refers to the translucent and slightly transparent white minerals that are filamentous, plaque-like, corrugated, and striped inside the jadeite. It is an impurity in the jadeite, which seriously affects the quality and beauty of the jadeite. Affects the price of emeralds. Jiangke was a little disappointed in his eyes, but he was confident that such a large piece of wool would not be all white cotton, right? Master Xiesher cut another knife at the green piece of wool. This knife almost split the piece of wool in two, but what came out was white flocculent crystals, that is, white cotton. The smile on Jiangke's face could hardly be maintained. At this moment, Master Xiesher cut the third knife. This time it finally turned green, but less than 1/6 of the wool was left, and the window that was opened earlier was wiped inward by 3 or 4 centimeters, so the jade inside would not be very large. Unless it's better to grow water, otherwise. When Master Xiesher solved the bean seed jadeite, which was only the size of a fist, the corner of Jiangke's mouth suddenly fell, and his face was gloomy, which was very different from his previous lovely face. Such a large piece of wool has collapsed. It's over. Is he going to lose? At the same time, other wool materials were also solved one after another. In addition to a piece of blue water jade, Bai Jing also solved a piece of cyan jade. However, due to the low grade of Huaqing jadeite, it is not considered a bet. There is no suspense in this stone betting battle at this point. The sweet-looking host appeared on the screen and said with a smile, "The results of this stone betting game have come out, and the winner is the first-level stone gambling master Gu Yun." The dazzling spotlight hit Bai Jing at the same time, and the handsome and delicate face of the young man was reflected on the big screen, which made the audience under the stage reach the climax of the atmosphere. Gu Yun, Gu Yun. Countless spectators shouted this name frantically. Although they had never heard of him before, they were deeply impressed by the youthful appearance and the rare blue water jade today. I believe that in the near future, more people will become fans of Gu Yun when they see this gambling battle on Xinguang. He is like a luminous body, dazzling and radiant, attracting everyone's attention and making them crazy.